Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Before we begin, we would like to thank all of our subscribers and channel members for sticking around during our long, very long hiatus.
Thank you.
And for those of you who have left, we understand. Still, we hope that this video will bring some of you back to the family. If not, thanks for the support you gave us. Anyway, for years, the desire for a new tale in the Matrix universe was permeating among the ravenous fans of this highly acclaimed franchise. The premiere of this long-awaited sequel was marred by several issues, beginning with the harsh criticism from those who did not comprehend the plot. Then you have the problems during the production, the poor box office results, and of course the indefinite delay of any new Matrix projects. That left us worrying about the future of the franchise. For nearly a year now, we've been on recess, waiting for the right moment to return. And here we are. But before we dare to dive back into the desert of the real, maybe we should talk about the elephant in the room, the current status of the Matrix, and everything that has happened in the past 9 months or so. What went wrong with the Matrix 4, and why didn't it reach box office expectations? Now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you back to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
So an update on our impressions of Matrix Resurrections. We had months to sit and think about the movie, and the entire team still faithfully maintains the thoughts and opinions we gave in our review of the movie. Matrix Resurrections was still being faithful in certain aspects to the original trilogy. It tried to set itself apart, and maybe it strayed too far from the original vision. We enjoyed the fact that the movie was blunt, and basically giving the middle finger to modern consensus and the current status quo. In other words, we loved the FU messaging towards what the critics expect and demand from modern Hollywood blockbusters. Yet we are not blind to the negative effects this mentality brought to many of the fans and the franchise. The expectations for the sequel were unexpectedly high, considering how the second and third films disappointed many people. Understandable, of course. People looking forward to the new movie were hoping for something more like the original, an easier plot to follow with plenty of slow-motion action scenes. They wanted to relive the experience from the first film, but at the same time expecting something new, like what made the first movie revolutionary back in 1999. And what they got instead was a subversive critique of the film industry and modern society. A Matrix movie for sure, but wrapped in more social and philosophical undertones. This is, according to Lana Wachowski, what The Matrix 4 should be. It appeals to the audience's love for philosophy, to unravel and expose conventions and ideas, but that was not what the audience wanted or needed. Matrix 4 ended the story with humans and machines still coexisting. You might consider it as a cliffhanger if you want, but it does feel like a definitive conclusion, demonstrating that one party might not be able to survive without the other. We kind of always knew that releasing the movie on a streaming service was a contributing factor to the low box office return. However, there were several other issues, some objective and some subjective. For starters, there was a clear disconnect between the marketing team and the Matrix 4 creators. On one hand, the film was promoted as the next step of movie special effects, a new phenomenon of visual effects similar to the original Matrix, which was like nothing we had seen before at the time. So understandably, fans had high expectations based on misconceptions or misleading advertising. We need to understand that most of the audience were casual viewers of The Matrix, who may only remember the action set pieces. No one was expecting The Matrix 4 to turn out to be a meta film criticizing the state of the entertainment industry and society. The film confused and irritated most viewers who are used to the tired and predictable Disney format. It also didn't help that numerous YouTubers capitalized on the confusion and irritability of the public who saw the film. Even before the movie came out, they unfairly compared the sequel to the fandom antichrist that is The Last Jedi. Were these content creators ignorant, or were they just gaslighting for profit? To be clear, there is nothing wrong with disliking The Matrix Resurrections. There are plenty of quote-unquote good movies that we consider to be dog shit. It just seemed too convenient that all these content creators unanimously disliked the movie, and yet they are the ones that immediately call out the critics for doing the same thing when they all positively review a questionable movie like The Woman King. Unfortunately, like many other products in our modern times, Matrix Resurrections was also caught in the middle of a culture war. It was accused of being woke and boring. Details on what was in the movie that gave it the woke label can be discussed in future videos. So even before release, The film was fighting a war on two fronts, with Warner's bad marketing of the movie on one side, and the internet mob already burning the movie at the stake on the other. Matrix 4 should have been hyped for its different take and return to this universe. A sci-fi character drama with some action sprinkled around. This might not have neutralized all issues, but it would have given the film a fighting chance. Yet instead what we got was a decent, good in our opinion, but gravely misunderstood film. The sequel is more comparable to Cloud Atlas than the Matrix classic, but ironically it became a casualty of what it was criticizing. The movie makes fun of film corporations that recycle the same formula and tropes repeatedly for their movies. And we all know that Warner wanted to recycle the Matrix, with or without the Wachowskis. We on this channel still stand on our original convictions. We like the movie. Not long before The Matrix Resurrections was released, a new Animatrix project was greenlit. The project was going to delve deeper into the days before the Machine War, though after the disappointing results of the movie, this was put on hold. Though something unexpected was announced. No, it's not a new movie or series or video game. It's a, Matrix musical? Well, it's pretty obvious that Warner was not impressed with the results of Matrix Resurrections. They relied too much on the popularity of the original movie and Lana Wachowski. They also made the mistake of not taking the appropriate steps to ensure that the audience would understand that the new movie was going to be different from the original. But regardless, we maintain a positive outlook. We don't think that this is the end for The Matrix. Even with one financial bomb, I'm sure that Warner knows that The Matrix still has potential and a large fan base willing to pay for good content in any form. Movies, shows, games, comics, whatever. A reboot of the franchise is inevitable, though that may not be necessarily a bad thing, mind you. Warner just has to hire the right people, maybe hire a few fans with experience and a decent level of understanding of the franchise. Now, nobody understands the world of The Matrix like Lana Wachowski. She created it, and she should be kept in the loop as a consultant. Possibly it's time to allow some new blood to bring new stories to the Matrix world. Blasphemy, I hear some of you diehard fans watching this video say, but as creators and fans ourselves, we can't help but wonder what stories could be told in this fascinating world of The Matrix. A new Animatrix-style series with multiple directors and writers telling different stories during different time periods and events? That's an enticing proposal for an HBO and HBO Max series. It would be just like Black Mirror, only with a Matrix twist to it. Right now, House of the Dragon is satisfying the fans, which we all thought was impossible after the series finale of Game of Thrones. This proves that there is always hope. We waited nearly 20 years for a new movie. Let's just hope we won't have to wait another 20 for a new one, or series, or games, or something. Speaking of which, what is the future for Matrix Explained? Well, we started this channel on the hype of the unexpected announcement of a new movie. Before that, we never thought that there would be another one, much less a direct sequel after 2 decades. So we made this channel with excitement and anticipation for the potential future of the franchise. Today, after taking a long break to reflect on what to do next, we realized that there's still some Matrix content that we can make, whether it is revisiting or continuing ideas from older videos that were left incomplete regarding the lore, specifically the Matrix 4 lore, answering some more questions that are still left without an answer, creating some new original stories of our own, or by popular demand, making a minute-to-minute analysis of Matrix Resurrections and Enter the Matrix. In short, we aim to continue the channel in a more concentrated and analytical way. We are also hopeful that the Animatrix 2 is still in the works somewhere within Warner, and that we could get an announcement someday soon, not 20 years from now. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a long time coming, and yes, we are back making new content for this channel. The minute-to-minute analysis of Matrix Resurrections many of you have been asking for? It's coming. Plus, we have some interesting ideas for Matrix-related content and non-Matrix-related, but heavy on philosophical themes content. But do you agree? Is Matrix Resurrections truly the end of the Matrix saga? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. and thank you for revisiting the Desert of the Real.